Welcome to the first podcast of Tech Shack, where we discuss tech news, video game news, and other stuff and opinions about the new tech that have arisen. So, firstly, let me introduce myself because this is the first episode, and I'm actually new to this podcast business. So, if you have any suggestions or any ideas that you want to put forth, or you just want me to talk about certain stuff, you can send it over to techshackpodcast@gmail.com. Yes, techshackpodcast@gmail.com. So let's start our episode. So, there's a lot to begin with in the start. So there was a release of the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip with the controversy of the glass being foldable, the Sony actually backing out of PAX and all the other live streams, and E3 also gonna die. And along with that, Last of Us 2 is coming close to the release date, while Cyberpunk and the Avengers game on PS4 has been shifted to September. Yeah, so let's start off with the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip. So it just recently released like a week ago, and I think it is a pretty good leap towards the future of foldable phones. I think 2020 may not be the year of foldable phones. It's certainly not going to be a gimmick like the 5G phones that have been coming lately, because most of the world does not have that kind of a band, while even in US they have a problem with the millimeter band. And I think millimeter band, I'm not sure if it's called millimeter band, but basically if you're standing behind a light post and you're not in direct contact with the range of the range transmitter, you will get less than 4G speeds. So that's something that they have to look forward and fix, and that's the problem. The other problem is also in the Z Flip being told as a foldable, foldable glass smartphone. Yeah, when I heard this, I was actually surprised to hear it, because it's actually a really good device in that case. If it has foldable glass, it's something that is never come, and we know very well Samsung tries stuff that that other brands never do. I'm not criticizing anyone here, but Apple does do it safe. But the thing with Apple is they don't publish that feature unless it's perfected, whether it's a triple lens camera because they introduced deep fusion. And honestly, with my phone, the iPhone 11 Pro Max, it's amazing to see pictures come to life, and low light photos. Obviously, I have never tried Pixel's low light mode. I've seen pictures, I've seen samples of it, night sight, that's what it's called, right? And this year, I was actually surprised to see Apple do something that was really, really, really good at that. At this year, and I don't know why. It's just amazing. It's just very amazing. So Jerry Dig everything. He's a YouTube guy who tests out scratch tests and durability tests of phones. He got this phone, and the first thing he did was perform the scratch test. Okay, now if you've never watched one of his videos, he goes around with 9 picks, with 1 to 9, level 1 to level 9, level 1 being the least hard, and level 9 being the most hard. And level 9 is where diamond scratches or sapphire scratches. I'm not sure about diamond, but when sapphire scratches. So he started out with this phone, and he got usually glass scratches about level 6 and deeper grooves at level 7. That's what he says. Yeah, it's kind of like a meme right now. So anyways, he got level 3, yeah, he did a level 3, and honestly, I was shocked, because plastic usually does that. Plastic scratches level 3. So as he was also shocked to see it, because it's kind of shocking when Samsung says folding glass or foldable glass. I don't know how to say it, but it's kind of disappointing when you see a brand like Samsung, which is actually a AAA top of the line brand, saying that it's actually foldable glass, but it's not when you test it out. MKBHD did say that it did feel like glass. Okay, but like the feeling is not the problem. The problem with foldable smartphones is that not all of them can use it. People like me who, stress test phones. I've dropped my phone on the road, or dropped my phone in the bathroom, or dropped my phone everywhere. Technically, I am a very, I'm like Mr. Butterfingers, if you have to say so. But when it comes to situations like that, and my nails get in the way and it just spoils the display because of my nails, where I'm paying $1,500 plus for a foldable phone, I don't think it's right for that person, because phones, you're going to be using it most of the time. Consoles, we understand, okay, we may be able to negotiate with that, but phones we use daily for about 6 to 7 hours. We do use it a lot. Technically, we use it nowadays. Smartphone displays are getting better, smartphone cameras are getting better, smartphone speakers are getting better. We listen to podcasts, we listen to music, we watch Netflix, we watch Prime, we watch our shows on it, we watch our favorite YouTubers on it. We also take amazing pictures with it. We use our phones for every single purpose. So when you're talking about a phone like that, and you spend around $1,500 for it, and you need to get it fixed just because of your fingernails, I don't think it's the phone for you, because it gets scratched easily. So why do you have to even use that phone when it's in a situation like that? I figured it's not a good time to buy foldable phones. It's just growing out. It's like it's never come to that use for me. Right now, I'm just adapting to the big screen phones. The max size is actually really big. I had a 10 before this, and it was really, it was comfortable to use. But nowadays it's just getting harder and harder because it's a big phone. It's a 6.5-inch phone. Yeah, when you're watching content, it doesn't feel like it. It actually feels really good, to be honest. But when you're kind of like holding your phone for simple tasks such as calling, or just taking pictures, just gets really hard. It is hard to take a phone of 6.5-inch size, putting it in your pocket, and you just when you try to sit down, you just pokes your hip. Anyways, on to the next news. Sony actually dropped out of PAX because actually they were supposed to show their Last of Us 2 footage, which was actually really surprising. I wanted to watch it because I'm looking forward for Last of Us 2. I am playing Last of Us right now, and it is so far an amazing game. It was listed as PlayStation hits, so as a PlayStation member, you should play the originals like Uncharted 4, Fallout 4. I never got around Fallout 4 because it wasn't that good, but hey, sure, I'm gonna try it in the future after like March or something, and I'll let you know the review and all that. I just finished, if you want to talk about the game that I just finished, I finished Death Stranding. I got it in the month of January. Yeah, I got it in the month of January or February, I'm not sure, but I just got the game, and I have never played any of the Metal Gear Solid games or Hideo Kojima, that's what his name is? Yeah. Hideo Kojima's games ever in my life, and I've just heard really great reviews about him. But this game did not receive good reviews, and I'm like, let's just try out this game, because people talk about him being like a legendary, game director, and his stories are amazing. But wow, I played Death Stranding and I loved it. It was amazing. I really loved the way that Hideo describes walking in the game, because it's not a linear aspect game where you're told where you're supposed to go. I mean, you are told where you're supposed to reach, but from the start to the end point, the way you take is completely your decision. And there's nothing that Hideo says, oh, don't do this, this is wrong. No, you can do whatever you want in that world, and it's the idea of free will. Because when you talk about open world games, when you're playing certain missions, you're locked out of that area. You can't go out of that area because it says mission failed. Like games like Watch Dogs, or even Mafia 3, GTA 5. It doesn't make sense because you're supposed to take the route that they gave you. Otherwise, if you don't, it says mission failed and it takes you back to the checkpoint. Yes, it is a very complex topic. We can talk about it in the next episode or next 2 episodes. But yeah, that's the thing. And I just wanted to talk about video game sequels now. Now we've got Doom 2016, and March 23rd or 25th is when Doom Eternals is coming, which is a new game. And Last of Us 2 is coming, and then the new Spider-Man 2 is rumored from PS4. Insomniac, basically. They did an amazing job in the first game. I think I loved it. That's the only game that I've gained a platinum trophy from. Yeah, just loved the game. I finished the game in like 2 days, 3 days, and I was waiting for the DLCs. The DLCs were also amazing. I actually had no problems with it. So it's kind of, pretty good. Not pretty good, actually. It's actually good. Then Doom. Yeah, Doom 3 was actually critiqued as a bad game by everyone. I have never played Doom 3. I played the first Doom, the one which had like the pixel stuff and all that. It's pretty good. I mean, along with that, I played Aladdin, Wolfenstein 3D, and those were the best games of the decade. We used to play that game, and at home we had a PC that could, if you could run that game on a PC in that time, it was pretty good. I mean, there were better console stuff at like PS2 and stuff, but PC was always really good, to be honest. PC is always good. But now that the exclusives have come into the market, sure, I would like to try Cuphead and all that stuff, because I've never played Cuphead. I really want to play Cuphead because I've been told it's a very hard game and challenging game, and I like challenges, to be honest. Drop your ideas for some games that I should try out and review. I'm planning to play that Days Gone. I've given it a thought, but the IGN folks gave it like a 6, and I never trust critics. So I'm gonna get the game and I'm gonna see how it is. And I'm also gonna play Fallout 4 because the critics gave an amazing review for it, and I personally want to see it. Now let's talk about Red Dead. God damn it. So let's talk about Red Dead Redemption 2. Okay, now I don't know how to talk about it because it was personally a really, not really good, but it was an average game. The story was pretty good. I did have I did tear up a bit towards the middle. Not going to give you any spoilers, but towards the middle I did tear up, and the way the story is portrayed is good. But the problem with Red Dead Redemption 2 is that the horses traveling part I did not very much like. Like now in God of War, they talked about the boats having 40% being 40% of the game, and I personally loved it because the conversations between Kratos and Atreus in the boat was actually really good, and it was very well thought. Like the connection was being built upon. We could see that Kratos was trying so hard to be a good father, because if you see even God of War 3, he is like an absolute killing machine. He is like killing people and all that stuff, which is like really good. I did not like God of War 3 because after playing the first two games, the third one just seemed to be very boring, because it is the same old physics that were put on and the same old elements. Okay, towards the end we did see Zeus die and all that stuff, but yeah, I didn't like it so much. But God of War, the new God of War, which came for PS4, yeah, I did get the PS4 Pro because of that game. Yeah, because I had a very keen interest towards it, so I wanted to try out, because the first three God of War games were amazing. They on PSP, PS2. I didn't have a PS3, but I got it in the PlayStation Plus thing. Yeah, they actually released a good game. I mean, I thought, I was like, wait, what? And they were releasing Black Ops 3 that month. Next month they released God of War 3, and I'm like, oh damn, I need to get this membership. And I bought the early membership, and then the next 3-4 months were like horrible, and yeah, it was not pretty good. It was like, yeah, it was not pretty. Not pretty to see all these games like not that good. But last month's games, BioShock the Collection came out, and I did play a bit of BioShock 1, and to be honest, it's a good game. It's starting to pick up right now. It's just trying to get the element of I like the element of auto in the game, because having like a home theater set up and playing the game, you can hear the crazy people, the splicers on the back of the speakers, which actually adds a bit of immersion to me, for me, and it's a really good initiative. I mean, it's a very old game. It's like 2007, 2008, but I liked it. I really liked it. I did like it. It was pretty good. Speaking of which, we also have this last news about the PS5. Now, the PS5's manufacturing costs are $450. So, let's talk about that. $450, that's a little pricey over there, but I'm pretty sure the PS5 would last this generation. We talk about it being the next gen console, and gen is like a generation for like 10 years, and we've seen the PS4 last like how many years? 770. Still like 4 years. It lasts 4 years. 4 years, 5 years, because I'm not sure when the PS4 Pro released. Most probably 2018, 2017, but or 2016. I'm not sure, but seriously, 4 years lasting a console is actually really good. But for developers, we need some space. That's why they released the Pro and the Xbox One X. But Microsoft released a lot of consoles. They released the Xbox One S, Xbox One X, and Xbox One S digital edition or something like that, without like a CD tray, which was honestly funny, because here in India we do love physical copies. In the PS Store, I'm talking about PlayStation Store here, I'm not sure about the Microsoft Store because I don't own an Xbox, but in the PS Store we do not get good deals. The deals are horrible. We end up paying more than physical, because Days Gone right now in PS Store is about 3,000, 2.5k or something, and in the Amazon it's 2,000 rupees, which is actually definitely it's 2,000 rupees, which is actually definitely an investment as sort, if you want to call it. Anyways, I think I'm done for this episode. We're going to be uploading more episodes. I'll be having some more talks, some more intricate talks about certain concepts that you need to understand. Like we could have like a video game news day where I just talk about video games, and we can have another day where we talk only about technology, and we can have another day where we just have a normal conversation with a person about some certain thing that you can send in anything, drop in anything, and we'll be able to do it. It's just starting. Wish me luck, and goodbye, guys.